a married woman and you also want to bring about this freedom, change and spiritual revolution in your family, then like Jesus, submit. But submit as an activist. Husbands with no faith can't avoid watching your behaviour and your motives and your respect for God. Who needs to use words? Fill your partner with the true, unfading beauty of a spirit that is still and at peace. Spend your time on internal transformation, not just external ones. God loves a heart that is set on beauty. Way back through our Holy Scriptures, certain women stood out. They pursued their inner beauty and resisted fear. And they stood for integrity and had strong faith. Sarah, Abraham's wife, was just like one of those. You're her daughter too if you have the tenacity to do right and not let fear rule you. It's exactly the same for married men. You too submit by being kind and considerate in the way you live with your wife. Always treat your wife with respect, the respect they deserve. Don't confuse masculine strength with superiority. Respect your wife fully. Both of you are co-heirs with this undeserved, unearned gift of God's life. You both have all of God's riches, so treat her in the same way, and your prayer life will be fruitful. My last command on this, about how we all submit to each other, is to bring about this Jesus culture for everyone. Be of one heart and mind, sympathize with each other's situations, love each other deeply, be humble. Trade poison attacks on you by returning blessings instead, and you'll inherit everything. One of our great poets wrote this: you want to love life and see good days, no lying mouths and no anti-God ways. Spin on your heels as a dancer would, turn from all evil and face only good. But anti-God, anti-self, anti-each other, his face turns against those, no running for cover. Look hard for peace and run hard to get it. You'll have God's attention and never regret it. It's good. I know there are very real dangers and threats around. But if you're constantly eager to do good, who will truly want to bring you harm? Still, there will be harm bringers. So remember, God's presence and favour are drawn to those of us suffering for doing what is right. I tell you, have courage under threat, be bold, and don't be afraid. But be firm no matter what you are forced to say in your heart. Jesus is King. With him consciously there, ever ready to speak out and answer whatever you are asked about, for why you have this unshakable hope for the future. Yeah, be ready, but not arrogantly ready, like it's a trap to trick someone into belief. That never grows into anything. Speak gently, respectfully, and with a clear conscience. People will still slander you, but ultimately they'll be ashamed of their own words compared to your constant character and your pure motives. If you have to suffer for your faith, make sure it's because of a beautiful life rather than because of evil. Our hero and saving one, Jesus, he suffered just like us. His one-time trade was his perfect life for our soiled lives, our hell for his heaven. So his body may have been executed, but his spirit leapt to life. Once alive, he preached to the spirits in heaven for their disobedience. They were imprisoned in Noah's day. Do you remember? God waited for the ark to be built before destroying the world. 8 people were saved through water, just like your baptism speaks of your salvation. It's not about getting clean. It's not a public bath. It's about the promise of God giving you a clean conscience. Jesus' resurrection from death saves you. He has the power because he burst through death and sits at God's right hand with angels, authorities and powers all under him. Why would he not be able to do something as simple as pluck you from death also?